But anyway, let's go here. By the way, you see ANA, a Japanese airline, American Airlines. What's this? Maybe it's like Thai or something. Then this is like this red and Air India, maybe? American Airlines, Japanese. What do I know? I'm just guessing. Hello and welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to this channel where we are exploring the world using Google Maps Street View imagery. Today, something that I've been wanting to do, not for a long time, but for a time, and also one of the more classic, I would say, map runner, map exploration videos. In front of you, you see a map of Seattle. So you might have already figured out what we are going to do today. Well, not necessarily because of this map, but rather because it was written in the title of the video. But let's pretend it wasn't. I will tell you, we are going to look at the Boeing Everett factory. I would think that Boeing has more than this factory, just as, you know, Airbus has different factories around the world. Perhaps one main factory and then maybe other factories where they produce other parts of the airplane, or just the screws for the airplane, or just the toilets for the airplane, who knows. But yeah, I will be hopping around the factory grounds with no particular aim other than to see what it's like. And yeah, I'm looking very much forward to this thing. I think I should set myself less often an actual agenda and just kind of hop onto the map and yeah, see what I can find. This factory is one of the biggest in the world by floor area and the biggest in the world by volume. So I guess it's much higher than other big factories in the world, like because of airplanes, you know, like the Tesla gigafactories, as we have seen in our Berlin video, are big. This is not even the biggest. They're big, but I guess they wouldn't be so high because they're just making cars and not airplanes. Airplanes are higher than cars. Well, anyway, let's go into Everett. It's like this little town north of Seattle, kind of on the way to Vancouver, and also on the way to Point Roberts, where I have by now already released a video about. Check it out, please, please, please. Please check it out. Okay, so let's go to Everett here. And of course, with a factory that big, you see it immediately on the map. Half of Everett is this factory, the other half are roads leading to this factory or housing for the workers. Although I would assume that a lot of them live in Seattle. But anyway, I'm always going there. Of course, Boeing factory has their own airfields, paint field. And I think I'm gonna disregard this industrial park here because it doesn't really seem to belong to the Boeing factory. The Boeing factory kind of starts here, and I would say, so will I start the main building of the Boeing factory. Oh, there must have been a run here, maybe Boeing factory run. So this is one of the main buildings. I was wondering, I'm just going back here for a second because when I looked at the map earlier, I couldn't spot any sort of sign where it would say Boeing or, you know, the 777 is built here or whatever great advertising you could make, but I guess I just wasn't in the right place. Here we see Boeing factory workers lining up to go home. And this sort of pretty dull, I don't know, 60s office building. More pretty dull building. I mean, just from the outside, the Gigafactory of Tesla looked a bit more slick. But okay, it's not what's on the outside, it's what's on the inside. Isn't it so in life? As we are traveling along Boeing Perimeter Road. I would imagine that Boeing factory also has one of the biggest parking lots in the world. You know, if you have a building with one superlative, it kind of may have also another. Ooh, look at this. This is a... well, I guess it's a plane, basically, or part of it. And that's a hangar. Gosh, don't you also love hangars? Just so cozy, so nice. Also DJs can play in them. Well, but anyway, we are still on the Boeing Perimeter Road, which perimeters around the factory. And I haven't seen a plane yet, which I guess is one of the things we are here for. The other one is to see the dimension of the factory. But also this is difficult. It's not like there's one big building, you know. But I guess just a loads of buildings that are kind of connected to one another. I mean, how else would it be the biggest building if it was just more than one building? Hold on, am I recording? Yes, I am. So, nice old truck. I mean, in all honesty, it is not apparent to me now that airplanes are being built here if we disregard the strange cigar-shaped object that was laying there at the kind of entrance. Yeah, okay, we are circling the main part for now. Train yard, okay. I guess if parts from other factories within the US can be delivered by train or otherwise plane and train, I don't know. I mean, here it says Boeing, and this is the first time I'm reading it. It's a very nondescript factory. Chilling out to the max, these two people here. Having just a great time. Taking the car for a spin down in Everett factory, mate. I don't think they would talk like this. Oh, hello, Mr. Dreamlifter. I didn't see you standing there. How are you? Well, that's nice. I don't know if everyone of you is familiar with this plane that we cannot see anymore. But basically it's a cargo plane that can lift insane amounts of cargo, and it just looks like sort of Airbus Beluga. It looks different, but it's the same sort of idea, I guess. Look, it has this sort of like top part on it, like that would be the pilots, and then you have this giant middle part, so you can also stack things with a different height. Okay, we're getting closer, I think. Here, Boeing says something. By the way, personally, I'm more of an Airbus kind of guy, and it has not even to do with the 737 MAX having some issues or this door of the plane falling off, which I don't know if it was entirely Boeing's fault, but it just shouldn't happen, so I don't really care whose fault it is. But yeah, I don't know, I'm an Airbus kind of guy, I think. Although the 777s I flew with, it was nice, you know. I remember it was kind of quiet, big. Well, of course you can also have big with Airbus, I don't know, but I liked it. Let's say I'm a no team, I play for both teams. Okay, I think this should be fine. But anyway, Seaway Boulevard. Okay. We have seen a dream lifter, which is truly, I mean, in a way, probably also the highlight. I think the rest now will just be very boring sort of factory. But let's see. I'm very sorry. Here it says Boeing again. Employee parking and visitors. Yeah. This sign, I mean, don't tell me this sign is a recent sign, you know, this like looks so 1968. It's kind of graphic work on it. Boeing parking, exit only. Yeah, Ute. Exit only is probably a little bit too early to exit. And yeah, I mean, here we have been, by the way. So this concludes the going around the main factory grounds. Yeah, really, that's about it. I mean, I guess when I maybe click on one of these things, we could... Okay, we just see, maybe here we could see something. Aerospace company. Show me. Here's the dream lifter again. It's a bit odd looking, huh? But also kind of cool. If you're an aviation geek, this is a cool plane to see. Very cool. Like, these are planes from different airlines. Now this is an older picture, but they're from different airlines. And I've also seen in my first look at the map that almost like all imaginable airlines have a plane standing about here. So I think that they also get sent back to the factory for repairs or extensions or changing the, I don't know, changing the carpet, changing the glass, I don't know. So it is quite interesting for plane spotters, this area, I would guess. But anyway, let's go here. By the way, you see ANA, a Japanese airline, American Airlines. What's this? Maybe it's like Thai or something. Then this is like this red and Air India, maybe? American Airlines, Japanese. What do I know? I'm just guessing. So yeah, they have this big airport here, and now we're just kind of going around that, I would say. You know, trying to stick as closely as we can to the main airfield. There's this kind of, you know, if the Hamptons were a region in the Soviet Union, this is how the hotel would look like. Hotel. Future of flight, Boeing tour, gallery cafe. Obviously the landscape here is already very much northern, you know. Very Canadian, very sort of this like dark pine green of the trees, and you kind of, it just doesn't look like it's a particularly hot place, you know. So that's kind of to make a few useless climatical comments. In the absence of anything else interesting here. I remember that during one of my first videos I told myself to, like, if I don't have something to say, just click on the map, you know. Probably people are also gonna watch it while they're making food, like it's not so relevant to talk all the time, but actually it's not so easy, huh? It's not so easy to be quiet. I mean, if you've ever done YouTube or any sort of social media, you probably know what I'm talking about. Well, that's a very straightforward sign. Supermarket, fire station, right. Your home, straight ahead. Ah, thank you, sign. Oh, what glitch did we get into here again? Mm-hmm. And this is a plane, I think. Can we see it somehow? Oh yeah, apparently we can. Let's go here quickly. So there are newer planes. This is an old, I guess it means Pan American Airways plane with a sort of, I guess, some abstract American map with the globe showing South America. Historic flight. Maybe you can fly in this plane. Not for me. I, by the way, have the fear of flying. Yet I think I'm also very, well, not I think, I'm also very fascinated by planes, but I do have the fear of flying. I guess maybe these things come together because, you know, when you have the fear of flying, you sort of like read everything you can about planes, or at least the idea is that this would make you a little calmer. So you kind of, as a side effect, become an expert of planes. Not to the extent that you could fly one, but, you know, it just so happens. What's this? Toyota. Why not? This is fair enough. Mm-hmm. Did I go too far? No. I mean, I'm very sorry, but the factory content is not good. We're not even at the factory at the moment. We are circling the factory area, but it looks like we're just... Could be any other road, you know? Could be any other road. That's how I feel so often in GeoGuessr too, that like you're being put somewhere and you're like, well, this could be anywhere. And then later it turns out this was just, you know, behind a famous castle or next to this like city, or like there are things you know or remarkable things around you. But if you go into the next street or next side street, you don't, like, you know, you just don't see it, just don't know. There's no overglow to boredom of the fringes of exciting places. Alright, this is the factory again. I guess so. Here's one factory worker or test pilot walking about. It's always so strange to see a person, to see a pedestrian in in the US. You know, no one is walking. Corey. Yeah, I mean that's what I mean. Like there are these other factories around the Boeing factory, for whom probably let's go here. For whom probably Boeing is the biggest, like kind of, well, they mainly work for Boeing, almost like it's the only contractor or something, contractor. So it is for me not so easy now to understand what is Boeing and what is not. For example, compared to car manufacturers, I think about Porsche or Mercedes, Audi, BMW, their factories are are pretty clearly separated from, you know, the rest of the city, or the rest of the city. Here it is just like less clear. Like, can you imagine that you would have a job interview here? And like, where would you even go? Wow, this is from 2008. This picture by Ukrainian flag. By Google standards, this is a historic photography. But yeah, like, it's just so strangely gigantic. Boeing. Where are we even here? I guess we're just walking around a bit. I will make sure that all of you get to see some planes, so that this is stimulated. Maybe even one in this like factory green tone they have. No, it's not. They have this factory blue. I mean, you have seen on the thumbnail, but before the plane gets their livery, like coloring basically, they have this green tone. Just can't find one at the moment. Maybe let's go to the end of this road. It's the closest and furthest path into the airfield. What's going on here? Flying Heritage and Combat Armor Museum. Look, Michael. All right. Like, isn't it it's like in some computer game, the planes, you can never see a plane, but you always only see like the, I don't know, the rear or the tip of the wing or something, the nose. I don't know what I'm talking about. There's one standing here. Oh, there's also one there. Oh, cannot see the planes at all. I'm just so irritated already. Do you think this would be military planes, or it just happenstance that they are gray? They have the American flag here too, you know. I know. But yeah, I mean, it's not like there's much to see for us yet. Maybe this will change. Let's go back to where we were before. So I'm still, so that you don't lose any orientation, I'm still circling the airfield. Oh, nice old car. I'm still circling the airfield. Here we have this. This is what I meant with this factory green. Wow, here's loads going on. Well, by my standards, not per se loads. I mean, it's absolutely nothing going on. But, you know. Alright. Planes we have seen. In the beginning I thought maybe I should make like a plane counter and count the planes that we have seen, but it's just so difficult to see one at all. Like, I mean, we have seen them, but they're so far away, or they're just kind of... Oh my god. It's just kind of half the plane. Let's see, maybe we are more lucky here. Well. I think we are lucky. Look how tiny that is. How cute. Jet air. Can you imagine flying in this thing? Oh, so claustrophobic. I think the only way to fly in that is to fly the thing itself, but not necessarily to be a passenger in it. Washington Aerospace. I don't know if it's a small thing. I think maybe it's cool if you fly it because it's so immediate and you feel You feel all the wind and everything, but if you are a passenger in the back, then I don't know, it's a bit unpleasant. Here it is like cobalt green. Cobalt is blue, isn't it? I have no idea what I'm talking about. Everett Community College plane. The tower. A giant red hook. Pretty nice, I would say. UPS 747. Pretty cool plane, I would say. I used to see it a lot on Flight Radar. It's pretty cool. There are loads of planes. I think these here, the ANA, American Airlines, we have seen them from the other side, haven't we? Because they are standing in the same kind of order. Ah, this is Thai Airways. What is this? This then? This like kind of Ryanair looking thing. What do we have here? Alaskan Airlines. Yeah, this is like one of these. I mean, this is not a 737, but I think at least one of these lost the door, or just a piece of it. But let's go on. Oh, again, look at this. Look at this old car. Isn't it just so nice? Oh, not this one. Oh, doesn't matter. I'm too exhausted to turn around all the time and look at some cars. Or look at things that I'm not actually here for to look at. Typical US environment, completely absence of any people. Oh, yeah, but we can check if this was Air India then or not. Actually, we can't check anything, and here we have been already. So there's not so much left for us to do now, other than to maybe see if there are some sites that we have not seen that we should see. Again, 2008. Oh, look at this, how old the cars looked like. And you know, in 2008 life was alright. It was sunny. There were no problems with the 737 MAX. Boeing was a flourishing young startup, you know, developing the 777X, developing the Dreamliner. Yeah, now, oh, there's one. This is Emirates, I think. It's green, white, red or black, I don't know. Wow. Amazon, Travis Industries. I mean, on the map you can clearly see how many planes there are. I think we have seen them. This one is missing something, I feel like. Also here. What is this? Atlas? No. By the way, they build mostly on these bigger airplanes here. Maybe the 737 MAX has a different factory overall. I'm not too sure. They're gigantic. I am curious now that I am here. 74. Is this the longest? here. How long is this one, for example? This is a 747, isn't it? But let's measure from here to here, 72. So maybe then this is the biggest there. This one is also pretty big. Let's see. 75. I mean, maybe they're all the same. I'm just not measuring very well. To say, the imagery is quite good. I mean, look at all these details here. You can see the ground sort of markings. It is from 2024, so I guess maybe with these satellite views it's always like this. But it's not too bad. Boeing Lake, they have their own little park here, which I guess, I don't know, can we see anything of that? No. Yeah, it's very secluded. I mean, I guess it needs to be. Ooh. Look at all the big ones here. The big boys, them big boys hanging out. And there's just it looks like there's a plane in the plane, but I guess it's just the other side. So it must be completely hollow. Pretty cool. I like this color. Like, these are not cut, like you see almost like someone has to cut the door out of this one. So it's just kind of the raw body or something. At least that's how it looks like. Yeah, but guys, I'm getting too tired. I don't think there's anything more to see. I will stop the video here now. So again, my gratitude be expressed. Thank you very much for watching it. I very much hope to see you for the next video. And I wish you a lovely continuation of this current day. So, bye bye guys.